Hello everyone, this is Surya Kausal sir from Naujivan Mission School Kasya, Kushinagar. So, in this video, I am going to discuss the remaining part of this chapter, electricity. In my previous video, I have discussed up to Ohm's law. So friends, according to Ohm's law, you have discussed V is equals to R into I, and in this formula, R is equals to resistance, and it depends on the following factors, and due to this relation R is directly proportional to L and it is inversely proportional to A. On combination of these two relation we get R is directly proportional to L by A, and when proportionality will be removed, then here will be a constant term called resistivity, so rho L by A. We have already derived this formula. So friends, in this chapter we will discuss the combination of resistances, means two or more resistances, how to combine together. There are two types of combination. One is series combination, another is parallel combination. So how we connect two or more resistances in series combination? Let us suppose here three resistances R1, this is the symbol of resistance, R1, R2, R3. This is three resistances R1, R2 and R3. When these three resistances combined from end to end, then this type of combination is known as series combination. In a series combination, the flow of electric current will be always constant. But the applied potential for each and every resistances will be different. In a series combination, here the applied potential is V, the net applied potential is V, but in the case of R1 resistance it will be V1, here V2, here V3. So in the series combination, the current flowing through the circuit will be constant, but the applied potential will be different for all. Here in parallel combination, two or more resistances will be combined in parallel combination through one ending point. This one ending point, here is also one ending point. So here let us consider three resistances R1, R2 and R3. All these three resistances are combined in parallel combination. So in the case of parallel combination, the applied potential for all the resistances, will be constant. If we applied V potential on it, so for R1 it is also equal to V, R2 V, and in the case of R3 it is also equal to V. But the flow of current in all these three resistances will be different. Here I1 current is flowing, here I2 current is flowing, and here I3 current is flowing. Okay, so my dear students, I have seen here in the series combination the flow of current will be constant for all resistances, but in the case of parallel combination the flow of current is different for each and every one resistances. Okay, so we can say that the ammeter, what is ammeter? I have already discussed this in my previous video. Ammeter is a device which used to measure the electric current flowing through the circuit. Okay, so ammeter will be always connected in the series combination of resistances, and voltmeter is a device which used to connect in parallel combination to measure the applied potential. Okay, because in parallel combination the applied potential will be constant, but in the series combination the electric current will be constant for each and every one. Okay, if here three resistances R1, R2 and R3 are connected in series combination, so the net resistance of this circuit will be equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3. But if these resistances are combined in a parallel combination, means in such a way that all resistances are parallel to each other. Okay, this is R1, R2, and this is R3. So here in the case of parallel combination, the total resistance means resistance in parallel will be equals to 1 upon R in parallel will be equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. This formula will applied in parallel combination. So friends, we will derive this above formulas are in series combination and resistance in parallel combination. Here we are going to derive the total resistance in series combination. The total resistance in series combination. How can we derive it? As we know, if these resistances R1, R2 and R3 are combined in a series combination, so the flow of electric current in these resistances will be constant, means I will be constant. But the applied potential, the value of applied potential here in the case of R1 will be equals to V1, R2 it is equals to V2, and R3 it is equals to V3. Okay, these amount of potential will be consumed by the resistance R1 and V2 for R2 and V3 for R3. So friends, here as we know, according to Ohm's law, V is equals to R into I. According to Ohm's law, V is equals to R into I. Okay, so here for V1 it is equals to R1 into I. For V2 it is equals to R2 into I, because current is constant for all. Okay, and V3 is equals to R3 into I. When all these equations will combine together above on combination of above potentials or above equations, V is equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3, because as we know, the sum of each potential will be equals to V. Okay, because we have applied here V amount of potential, so V1 plus V2 plus V3 will be equals to V. Okay, so here V is equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. As we know, V is equals to R into I, V1 is equals to R1 into I, V2 is equals to R2 into I, and the value of V3 is R3 into I. So here R into I will be equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3, and I is taken out common. Here I will be cancelled by I, and we will get the formula of resistance. R will be equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Okay, for n number of resistances, R will be equals to, R in series combination will be equals to R1 plus R2 plus dot 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 plus Rn. Okay, up to Rn. So here in the case of series combination, we have seen that the total resistance of the circuit will be equals to the sum of each resistances. Here R is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3 in a series combination. Here in the case of parallel combination, as we know, the applied potential will consumed constant for each resistances. Here for R1 it is equals to V, R2 also it is equals to V, and for R3 it is also equal to V. But the flow of current will be different in each resistances. For R1 it is equals to I1, for R2 it is equals to I2, and for R3 it is equals to I3. Okay, and here total current is flowing is equals to I. So friends, according to Ohm's law, V is equals to R into I. Okay, so we get I is equals to V upon R. I will equals to V upon R. So in this series combination, R1 will be equals to, so in this combination I1 will be equals to V upon R1, I2 will be equals to V upon R2, and I3 will be equals to V upon R3. As we know, the sum of these three equations I1, I2 and I3 will be equals to I, because the net current is I. So on combination of the above equations, I will be equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3. We will put the value of I1, I2 and I3 in this equation. So here I is equals to V by R, I1 is equals to V by R1, and I2 is equals to V by R2, and I3 is equals to V by R3. Okay, so V will be taken out common. So V upon R is equals to V will taken out common, upon 1 by R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 by R3. Okay, so here we will cancel out together to each other, and we will get 1 by R in parallel combination will be equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Okay, so for n number of resistances, it is equals to R will be equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus dot 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 plus 1 upon Rn. So it is clear that in the case of series combination, the total resistance will be equals to R is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3 and so on. And in the case of parallel combination, 1 upon R will be equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3 and so on. Now we are going to discuss the effects of electric current. What is the effect of electric current when electric current is flowing through a circuit? Okay, there are some effects of electric current. In this video we will discuss the two effects of electric current. One is magnetic effect of electric current. Another one is heating effect of electric current. So friends, here what do you mean by magnetic effect of electric current? Magnetic effect, when electric current flowing through a circuit, then magnetic field will be produced around it in such a way. Okay, when electric current is flowing through the circuit, then magnetic field will be produced around it. Okay, and this effect is known as magnetic effect, because here I amount of current is flowing through this circuit. So B amount of magnetic field is represented by B. So B amount of magnetic field is producing around it. Okay, so this effect is known as magnetic effect. So what do you mean by heating effect of electric current? Heating effect of electric current means by electric current heat can also be produced. Okay, so this effect is known as heating effect of electric current. How can we define it? When electric current is flowing through a resistor, then heat will be produced in it. Okay, when electric current flows through a resistor, then it produces heat, and this effect is known as heating effect of electric current. In this video we will discuss about heating effect of electric current. On this effect, heating effect, there is a scientist whose name is Joule, have given a law. Okay, have given a law called Joule's law of heat. Okay, let us consider a circuit having resistance R, in which I amount of current is flowing on applied a potential V. Okay, let us consider a circuit having resistance R, in which I amount of current is flowing on applying potential V. So it produces heat, and that much amount of heat will be directly proportional to the square of electric current flowing through the circuit. Square of electric current flowing through the circuit. It is first. This heat is also directly proportional to the resistance of the circuit. Means if resistance is higher, then heat will be also produced much. Okay. And also this much amount of heat will be directly proportional to the time taken. Okay. On combination of these three equations, heat will be equals to I square RT. Heat will be directly proportional to I square RT. Okay. When proportionality will be removed, then here will be a constant term K I square RT, and in SI system the value of K will be equals to 1 unity. Okay. So heat will be equals to I square RT. Okay. And this law is known as Joule's law. According to this law, we can also derive some different formula. As we know, heat is equals to I square RT. So according to Ohm's law, V is equals to R into I. Okay. So R will be equals to V upon I. On putting the value of R in this first equation, we will get heat will be equals to I square into V upon I into T. One I will be cancelled by this, and we will get V I into T. This is another formula for heat. Okay. We will derive one more formula. As we know, I is equals to V by R. Okay. I is equals to V by R. When we put the value of I in this first equation, so we will get heat will be equals to V by R to the whole square into R into T. So 1 R will cancel by 1 R, and we will get V square into T by R. This is another formula for heat produced in the circuit. We can derive another formula here. As we know, I is equals to flow of charge per unit time. So Q will be equals to I into T, and in this formula already we can see the value of I, Q upon T can you put here. So heat will be equals to, at the place of I we can write Q upon T to the whole square into R into T. So here heat will be equals to Q square into R upon T, because 1 T will be cancelled by this T. So we will get heat will be equals to Q square R by T. There are many appliances we have seen which works on the principle of this heating effect in our home. Those are electric iron, room heater, blower, etc. Okay, all these things works on the principle of heating effect of electric current. Now we will discuss the electrical energy and electric power. What do you mean by electrical energy? So friends, as we know, the rate of doing work, So friends, as we know, the capacity of doing electrical work is known as electrical energy. Okay, the capacity of doing or the ability of doing electrical work is known as electric energy. So what do you mean by electric power? The rate of doing electrical work done. Okay, the rate of doing electrical work is called electric power. What is the unit of electrical energy? It is joule. Okay, the unit of energy is joule. So electrical energy is also joule. Okay, and the rate of doing electrical work done is known as electric power. So here we can write electric power will be equals to electrical work done per unit time. As we know, work done will be always equals to the energy consumed. So here the energy is equals to heat in the case of a circuit having resistor R. Okay, so here we can write electric power is equals to H upon T. H is what? It is heat, and this is T stands for time. So we can write the value of H here, I square RT upon T. So here T will cancel out and we will get I square R. Now from this formula P is equals to I square R, we will derive some more formula such as we know, according to Ohm's law, R is equals to V by I. So we can put this value in first equation and we will get power is equals to I square into V by I. So 1 I will be cancelled by 1 and we will get V into I. So another formula for electric power is V into I. Some more formula according to Ohm's law, we know I is equals to V by R. So we will put this value in first equation and we will get power is equals to V by R to the whole square into R, and we will get power is equals to V square by R, because 1 R will cancel by 1. Okay, so here the value of power will be equals to V square by R. We can put the value of I in the form of charge, electric charge. So power will be equals to, as we know, current is the electric current flowing through the circuit will be equals to flow of charge per unit time. So power is equals to Q upon T to the whole square into R. So power will be equals to Q square R by T. Okay, so all this formula for electric power. So on completing this topic, we have completed this first chapter electricity according to Yashan, and according to NCERT it is second unit. So this chapter is completed. Okay, thanks guys.